Hey everybody, this is Matt Thomas at tradingparadigm.com, and today I want to talk about using losses, mistakes, and failures as feedback and catalysts for growth. The reality is that active trading is an endeavor full of failure. Even for highly skilled and experienced traders, losses, mistakes, and setbacks are bound to happen. Since we're playing a game of incomplete information, perfection is impossible. The best we can do is put the probabilities and risk reward in our favor over and over again. But doing so doesn't create certainty, especially on a trade by trade basis. And riding this constant wave full of loss and uncertainty isn't something that most market participants handle very well. When losses and mistakes happen, most get angry, frustrated, and depressed, which then leads to destructive actions like removing stops and revenge trading. But this cycle of negativity never ends well, so it's best to flip your perspective. You basically have one of two choices. You can use your losses, missteps, and shortcomings as excuses to complain and quit, or they can be used as learning experiences for positive change, adaptation, and growth. Stepping stones on the path toward achieving your ultimate trading goals. You have to realize that the market won't just comply with all of your individual dreams and desires. You will inevitably come up against resistance over and over again. But these hurdles will reveal your passion and commitment. And if you stick with it and follow the right process, trading forces you to become your very best. Losses, mistakes, and failures are just data points that help lead you toward improvement, success, and refinement. So welcome the guidance that they provide. For the high achievers and perfectionists who jump into the markets, it can be hard to accept that losing is a routine event. It's an unavoidable part of the process. But when you're so used to being right and winning all the time outside of markets, it's hard to adjust to a fairly consistent stream of losses without getting frustrated and discouraged. I'm not saying that being competitive and constantly striving for perfection is a bad thing, because it's not. But as a trader, that energy has to be channeled appropriately. You can't go into trading thinking it's some sort of school exam where a 100% grade is possible. Most academic systems condition us to try to be right about 90 to 100% of the time in order to earn an A. But taking this particular mentality into the markets is often detrimental. It's not about being right 90 to 100% of the time. In most cases, that's completely unrealistic. A high win percentage alone doesn't tell the whole story. It's about having positive expected value over a large number of trades. Most people don't understand or just don't want to accept that you could be wrong or lose over 50% of the time and still make money. Don't get me wrong, this isn't an invitation to be passive and accept being a net loser, because that's not what I mean at all. But you have to understand that losses are an inherent part of the game. So you have to be willing to fail to some degree, meaning take some losses and draw down, in order to eventually prevail and reach new equity highs. To wrap things up, long-lasting, sustainable trading success is about being able to fail well. And the process for doing so is fairly simple when broken down into these 5 steps. Try, fail, diagnose, redesign, and try again. Elite traders are specialists at this process. They're experts at failure. They make an initial attempt, experience some type of pain, determine the root cause of that pain, make necessary adjustments, and then make another attempt. And this cycle repeats itself over and over again until there's nothing left to learn. But in markets, the learning process never really ends. Because of their dynamic nature, there's always something new to potentially take into account and adapt to. Flows of money can shift, individuals on the sidelines can spontaneously decide to get involved, and events can happen that have never happened before in history. So you can't stagnate or be complacent in this environment for long. Growth and adaptation are continual requirements. In the end, it's not about perfection. It's about making mistakes, learning from them, and course correcting as you go. The only true failure is ignoring losses, mistakes, weaknesses, and setbacks and not learning from them. So do yourself a favor and become a failure specialist. Use it for growth, not to give up. You can find the link to this full article down in the description, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Take care.